You know that feeling, right? You get this flash of inspiration, this brilliant idea for an app, and then, bam, you hit the hard wall of code and the dream just fizzles out. The whole point is to build a business, but we end up spending all our time just trying to fix stuff we don't even understand. Well, today, we're going to look at a totally different way to build software. Okay, here's the game plan. We're going to start with what I call the coder's wall, all those frustrations that get in the way. Then, we'll dive into a new approach that actually puts you in the driver's seat. We'll walk through the super simple process of going from a basic idea to a real app, check out a playbook for turning those apps into assets, and we'll wrap up with the most important part: your app, your rules. All right, let's get into it. First up, the coder's wall. This is that moment where all your excitement just stops. And trust me, for anyone trying to create something new, this frustration is very, very real. I mean, this is the classic story, isn't it? You see a problem, you've got the perfect solution in your head, but that technical barrier feels like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. You probably even tried some of those AI coding tools hoping for a magic button. And that usually leads to this mess. So many tools promise simplicity, but they spit out one piece of code and expect you to connect 5 others. Suddenly you're drowning in techno jargon about installing Node or configuring Webpack. What even is that? You wind up with broken code, surprise monthly hosting bills just to keep the lights on, and the really scary part? If that platform ever shuts down, your app is gone. Poof! It's a system built for developers, not for entrepreneurs. So if that's the problem, what's the answer? Well, that brings us to a completely different philosophy, one that's all about putting you, the creator, back in total control. And seriously, the difference is like night and day. Over here, you've got the old way, a tangled mess of files, technical nightmares, bills that never stop, and being trapped in someone else's system. And over here, a totally new game. One single, complete, working file. No setup, no hidden costs, and absolutely no lock-in. You own it. End of story.
And this right here, this is the core promise. This isn't like renting an apartment. It's not a subscription you have to pay just to keep your app from disappearing. Every single thing you create is 100% yours. Yours to download, yours to sell, yours to do whatever you want with. That's what true ownership feels like.
So how is that even possible? It's all because of this idea, the single file app. Just think about it for a sec. One simple HTML file. That's the whole thing. Everything it needs to run is packed right inside. You can open it on your computer, email it to someone, heck, you could put it on a USB stick. It just works. Anywhere. Completely free from the platform that built it. For a non-coder, this is an absolute game changer. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like to, do it? Let's break down the simple loop that takes you from a thought in your head to a finished app in your hands. It really is this simple. It's a 4-step loop. First, you just describe what you want. Second, the AI gets to work and builds it. Third, you test it out, see what you think, and ask for changes. And finally, when you love it, you download that single file and you are ready to rock. It's a creative process where you're the director. And here's the best part. You don't need to speak code. No weird jargon, no complicated commands. You just talk to it like you're talking to a person. Hey, build me a simple tool to track my daily expenses. Or create a quiz that helps people find the perfect house plan. Your idea, in your own words. That's literally all it takes. And you even get to control how the AI builds your app. Think of standard mode as your eager junior coder. It's super fast, really efficient, and perfect for most ideas. But if you've got a bigger, more complex vision, you can flip on advanced mode. Now you're talking to a project manager. It takes a second to think, plans out the structure, and delivers a much more robust, higher quality app. You get to pick the right tool for the job. Okay, this is where it gets really, really powerful. We've figured out how to build an app. Now let's talk about how to build a business. It's time to turn these simple files into actual valuable assets. And listen, we are not talking about building little calculators here. We're talking about creating real-deal SaaS tools you can sell, or white-label products you can brand for your clients. You can build smart landing pages, fun quizzes to get leads, browser games, or even just internal tools to make your own life easier. The sky is pretty much the limit. And hey, this isn't some fantasy. These are real products built with this exact system, making real money right now. I mean, look at these prices. A white label Course Creator Pro, selling for almost $500. These are actual examples of what happens when you finally remove that technical roadblock. Just let that number sink in for a minute.
$497. That's not a monthly subscription fee. That's the price for one copy of a white label license, a single file that you created just by describing an idea that you can now sell over and over and over again. Now that is the power of owning a real software asset.
And there are so many ways to make money from this. You could charge a subscription for access. You could sell your app on a marketplace like Gumroad. You could do what we just saw and white label it for other businesses. Or you could run ads, offer customization services. You could even just bundle your apps as a bonus to sell another product. The playbook is right here, ready to go.
Okay, let's bring it all home. Let's focus on the single most important idea in this entire explainer.
This is it. This is the freedom that changes the entire game. The tool helps you build, sure, but it never holds your business hostage. If you decide to cancel your plan tomorrow, guess what happens to the apps you already downloaded? Absolutely nothing. They're yours. They keep working forever, and every single penny they make is yours to keep.
So what this all means for you is a massive shift in how you think about this. You're not a renter anymore, just paying to exist on someone else's platform. You're a software owner. It means your business can run without that constant dread of platform fees or wondering if they'll shut down. It means you keep the profits from your own ideas. That huge wall that used to stand between your idea and a real business, it's gone.
So yeah, the old way of doing things, all the gatekeeping, all the complexity, the idea that you need a ton of money or a tech co-founder, that's officially over. The playing field has been completely leveled. So the only question left really is, what are you going to build first?